What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin billionaires. So we're finally in that zone where we can say that Bitcoin has made somebody a billionaire. Now, that's just a financial goal. That's not the only thing in life, right? Just money is just a means to get to the next level. It's a resource that we acquire, and Bitcoin is a resource that we acquire to take us on to the next level. As we talk about this, we have Bitcoin at $11,216. And the people that were made a billionaire here are the Winkelvoss Twins. For those of you who do not know who the Winkelvoss Twins are, they are the twins who claim that Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook took their idea for Facebook and ran with it, and they won a lawsuit against Facebook stating that they were the actual owners. So here it is. When Bitcoin reached $10,000, their $11 million bet, which acquired them about 100,000 Bitcoin, made them basically $1 billion. Because if you take 100,000 times 10,000, you get 1 billion, right? So right now, being that Bitcoin is at 11,216, that makes them worth 1.1 billion. So if it goes up to 20,000, that's going to make them about 2 billion. So if you ever wanted to know how much the Winklevoss made off of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, there you go. Now, if anything, it really puts into perspective how much wealth, how much it really takes to get to a billion. When I heard that number, that they had 100,000, I was like, man, these guys should get to like 50, 60, 70 billion dollars. They're loaded. How do they get so much money, right? Man. But anyway, so these guys, they have an estimated $100,000 Bitcoin. You might remember them from this right here. I'll go ahead and play it for you. But yeah, this is the Winklevoss Twins, and we'll play it.
Former classmates, identical twins Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, sued him in 2004, saying they hired the computer prodigy for help with their social networking site months before Facebook launched. But Zuckerberg decided to steal their ideas and the business plan and to launch his own website.
Wait a second, isn't this the exact project that we were working on? And isn't this the exact person that we were working on it with?
The twins, Olympic rowers now getting MBAs from prestigious Oxford University in England, settled the case in 2008 for a reported $65 million, part of it in Facebook stock.
All right, guys, and here we go. We're going to dig in a little bit and hear from the Winklevoss Twins as they talk about Bitcoin.
Interested in possibly figuring out a way to do it. Our two guests here both are talking about that today. Cameron and Tyler Winkelvoss are joining me. Cameron here, Tyler on my far right. The important thing here is you've announced an exchange. There really isn't an exchange in the United States. It's been announced before. You've announced one, Gemini.com. Tell us about how it would work.
Sure. So we're just trying to be basically the Bitcoin, the NASDAQ of Bitcoin, Gemini.com, and be fully compliant and regulated, and be based in New York.
And there's another component to this. You have had a registration for a Bitcoin ETF for a while now with the SEC. That's a slightly different part of this whole thing. Can you tell us where that stands? That's been in registration for a while.
Yeah, we've been filed a Fifth Amendment. It's been in registration, but we can't talk about it because of gun jumping. But we have filed for an SEC-approved ETF Bitcoin structure, and we also just recently announced Gemini.com, which we hope to be a NASDAQ for Bitcoin buying and selling.
So this ETF you've had for a while, we don't know when it's going to happen. There's no indication. Can you update us at all?
We can't. Only the SEC knows the answer to that question.
Only the SEC. Okay. So let's go back to the whole idea of an exchange that's out there. Another exchange was announced just today, Coinbase, which is backed by the New York Stock Exchange. They too are said they're going to be an exchange. Is there room for more than one exchange for Bitcoin in the United States?
I think absolutely. I think that these guys, anybody who's building towards the infrastructure is a great positive thing for Bitcoin. And it's such early days that there's, I think, a ton of work to be done, and it's great that people are doing it.
You guys own like 1% of all the Bitcoins, is that right?
Yeah,
I heard that. That's correct, right? Have you ever sold any Bitcoins?
We have not. Never sold.
You've never sold a single?
All right, guys. So you saw in that video the Winkelvoss twins claim to have about 1% here on Investopedia. They tell us that the Winklevoss twins once bragged they own 1% of all Bitcoin, which as of early 2016 amounts to approximately 1.5 million Bitcoins. But I think that math is wrong, actually, because that would be about 10% of all Bitcoin. So 1% would be around about, I don't know, 150 to 160,000 Bitcoin, I would say. So that would mean that their Bitcoin value is around, it's anywhere between, right now they're about 1 to 2 billionaires, right? They're $1 or $2 billion in their bank account. Just imagine when Bitcoin reaches $100,000, how rich they'll be. These guys will be some serious power players. So there's Tony Galippi. He's also with BitBay. He's another guy who's got a fortune in Bitcoin, but these are Bitcoin millionaires. Dave Carlson, Bitcoin mining company, Mega Big Power. Charlie Shrem, at the age of 22, founded the widely successful Bitcoin exchange BitInstant. And then Roger Ver, known as Roger Ver, actually, known as the Bitcoin Jesus. We don't know how many Bitcoins Roger holds, but guessed his holdings to be worth 25 million to 50 million. Ver once offered to donate $100,000 to a charity if Senator Bernie Sanders debated talk show host Adam Kokesh. Ver is self-described volunteerist. So anyways, guys, Winklevoss twins, what do you think about them? They're about to be the most powerful people in the world with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin takes off, these guys will become the new richest people in the world. How do you feel about that, guys? Anyways, they say they've never sold any. So this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. Subscribe to this channel if you're new here.